Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. Oh, we are getting towards the last part of December and it's time to make goals and it's time to plan out things, and today I'm going to talk over some of what I'm planning on doing with my books next year and a few other things. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Oh, hit the bell so you get notified of new videos when I put them out, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you would, and we'll get right to it here. So yes, I am wearing a different pair of glasses today. They are not new, they are just another pair of my computer glasses, and I felt like having a mild change, so decided to put these on today. It's kind of nice to shift around things now and then. I am really glad that we're coming up on the end of the month. I'm looking forward to our Yule celebration. We're going to celebrate on Sunday, and again, it's going to be a Zoom solstice celebration because, you know, COVID. So Vlogmas has been interesting. I don't think I can do a video every single day this month, but I'm going to try to get, more than usual. And for the rest of the month, we'll see how that goes. Oh, Wolf, are you as tired as I am? I'm not sleepy, I'm just tired. I have not been sleeping all the past few nights. Part of it's been histamine dumps from the MCAS. Part of it's been stress. Part of it's just been me doing things I shouldn't, like watching animation too late. I don't think I told you during my video on how my MCAS affects me. If I watch animation too late, whether especially vivid neon animation or like in a video game that's very neon colored, I will stay just above the sleep stage all night long. I will be in that drowsy, half asleep, half awake stage, and my mind will take over and it'll go in loops of dreaming about, like if I'm playing creativers, pulling blocks, neon colored blocks all night long. Or like a few nights ago, I was writing in my head. I was working on the book and I didn't fully realize I wasn't at my desk, but that I was half asleep, half awake. And I kept getting very frustrated by the fact that I couldn't seem to put anything down on the computer that showed up as a page. And finally my mind went, "You're not at your desk." And I was like, crap. Hi, Kaylee. Kaylee's come to visit us. My pumpkin. My pretty pumpkin. She often knocks my webcam askew without me noticing it. So I've been thinking a lot about next year's writing schedule. I've been working on my Powersheets and I have them almost filled out now. I just have to, I think, fill out the last part for January and then I'm ready to go. And so is Kaylee. I have made several decisions based on the year's sales and how things have gone. And I will be, after I write the next Wild Hunt book, which I'm almost done with, I hope to finish it by tomorrow night and get it off to my editor by mid next week. And that would be so nice if I can do that. I'm so close to being done. And it's not going the way I expected, but it's good. It's just like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. The next book that I write will be Midnight Web, which will be the second Moonshadow Bay book. And given the way things have gone with the first one, Starlight Web, I will probably write the third one after I write the second one and then go back to the Wild Hunt. The reception to Starlight Web has made me incredibly happy, and I thank all of you who have read it and loved it. It's selling well, and I'm very pleased, and I'm actually thrilled about this. Which leads me to another discussion. And I had this discussion in my Facebook group. I put a poll. The problem is people who answer polls are not necessarily representative of the entirety of the readership. It occurred to me that a lot of people still want to read Chintz and China books. I do not write cozy. I am not a happy cozy writer. However, that series is close enough to being like the paranormal women's fiction, more mystery oriented, that I could take it in that direction. And I am thinking I will probably write another Chintz and China book. There will be more romance in it. So, if you're a stalwart cozy reader who doesn't even want lips to touch, you're not going to like it. Don't even read it. And if you get easily spooked, you'll get spooked by my books anyway. Even the most tame of my books tend to spook people. But I'm going to take it more into what I call a paranormal mystery direction. I'm no longer going to be labeling the books as cozies because they really border the edge of cozy and just mystery. And they're all paranormal, of course. And the only reason they border that line is because I had to pull them back from my editor. They were a lot more intense and hardcore. I mean, not gory, definitely not gory and not gruesome, but they were a lot more intense. And there was more romance in them when I first wrote them, and I had to take that out because of the publisher. So now that I have the entire series back and I can do what I want with it, if I write another Chintz and China book, it will be more of a paranormal mystery, paranormal women's fiction. And I'm actually, I think I would look forward to writing it that way. Now, I will be aging them up a bit. I will be taking it forward a number of years, probably 7 to 10 years. And, I'm going to bring it into the modern day. When I first read those books, we really didn't have cell phones except for maybe flip phones were coming out at that point. And the internet was around, but not nearly what it is today and so forth. But if I write more, of course, they will be set in the modern day. The polls in my group were overwhelmingly positive. I mean, massively positive to this change, which, as I said, polls are not necessarily indicative of the entire readership, but there was a good number of people who responded that makes me think maybe it is a fairly good representation. But meanwhile, yes, I will be writing Midnight Web, and then I think Conjure Web after that, and then back to the Wild Hunt for a book. And then we'll go from there. Oh, let's see. If you haven't read Starlight Web, please do. I mean, I'm really excited about this series. And when an author is excited about the series, you can feel it in the writing. I'm looking forward to getting back to January and her world because honestly, I love writing the urban fantasy. I love writing the Wild Hunt. I am going to continue writing it. But I'm a little burned out on writing urban fantasy, and to open up my audience to a wider number of readers, which I need to do, I need to have a genre that is more popular. And luckily, this one I love to write in, and it is definitely more popular. I mentioned I was goal setting. One of my big goals is by the end of 2022 to have, knock wood, 3,000 YouTube subscribers. I am now at almost 1,300. And given I started the year putting out videos here and there, the fact that I've gone from 500 to almost 1,300 is good. It's not what I hoped for, but it's better than I expected, if that makes any sense. So my goal is for that. I would love to see the new series hit the USA Today list next year. And the only way I can do that is by increasing readership quite a bit. So I'm working on that. My other goals for the year are to continue to work on my health and try and get the reactions under control, and also get firmly entrenched in the intermittent fasting, which seems to work well for my body. I also want to work on my magic and more structured meditation work. So that's another goal of mine for the coming year. Of course, increasing finances is a goal, and that means increasing readership. I'm also thinking of opening up my Patreon again, and I'm just trying to figure out what would be good there, what people would like, that would draw them in, that wouldn't be too much extra work. I don't know, an extra video that's only, viewable for my Patreon members, something like that. I'm hoping that the coming year brings a calmer sense to it. I'm hoping that the pandemic will reach its peak and then die down. I mean, we're still increasing deaths every day, and that's sobering, especially for immunocompromised people. I am hoping for some sanity to come back into our world again. And I hope you'll be on the journey with me through my books, through my YouTube channel, through my Patreon if you're interested. And we'll see how things go. I'm not going to make predictions because honestly, who could have predicted 2020? I mean, seriously, when I began the year, I did not expect to end the year like this. Looking around going, it's been a fucked up year. And I'm going to be posting a couple videos, I think, next week on goal setting. Oh, and speaking of finishing my Powersheets, or almost finishing them, I have picked my word for next year. Now, picking a word for the year is like picking a concentrated focus. It's almost a mantra. My word for the coming year is thrive, because thrive to me is prosperity, it is growth, it is joy, it is more than surviving. And I'm going to put it in big bold letters up on my desk somewhere. Have you got a word for the year? Have you even thought of next year? Or are you just hoping to get out of this year intact? Let me know, Talk to me in the comments. Bye-bye.